I did that wrong. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Sorry. I almost didn't go live today. I was gonna take the night off because I kind of slept fine yesterday, but then I just woke up really early. And I don't know, man. I've just been out of it all day. I've been dragging. I mean, just besides work today, like which I was just like struggling to get through, like even just doing basic shit around the house, I'm just like, oh, I'll do it later. It's like a lack of motivation. Um, Let me pin this shit though while we're at it. Man, it's pretty cool that people are checking out these streams though. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna fix this on Twitch really quick. Copy, paste, and then copy, paste this sheet. How are you doing? How's your evening? Still a lot of rain happening, man. I can't, maybe that could be why. I'm just kind of just been in a funk today. Last few days haven't been too bad though. I've been kind of, I mean, as you can see, like actually streaming for like the fourth or fifth day in a row. I might play some games today. I'm sorry, I know it's like there's the art thing here, but I don't even have that playlist playing right now, but that's a link to it. I guess I'll start it on something, huh? Actually, let me I need to put it on my headphones so that way the sound doesn't come through, even though it might sometimes through these headphones because I put my shit up loud. But and then the reason I keep looking up is because I'm just used to like that's where my OBS is, so I'm like constantly like, oh, how's everything look? Is everything fine? Blah blah blah. And on top of that, um, back when I streamed before, Herman, thank you, sir. I had my camera up higher on it. It was on one of those arms and shit. Hey, come on, buddy. Herman, come here. Come here. Look at this guy. Look at this handsome man. Say hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. What's the matter, Bubba? Spanky's over here too, and he just burped. It's cute. Um, what was I saying? Oh, but I don't know, man. I kind of go through these phases of just like um just hyper productivity for a couple days or a week or 2 weeks, and then like nothing for a while. And it's like I can hardly even move sometimes, or I can't drop it, drop it, drop it. Thank you, sir. All right, he's got a different one today. I tell you, like I order these in bulk pretty much. So, oh my goodness, he's a little sportsman. Come here, Spanky. Come on. Oh, I got you. I got you. And here's Spanky. Hey, Bubba. Hi, sweetie pants. You doing good? He's a lot more mellow inside. When he's outside though, he's a little ferocious beast. Good boy. I love you, man. Here you go. Okay. But as you can see, I'm just kind of like in the procrastinating these days. Sorry. I've just been kind of spent. And I mean that's one of the reasons I'm doing this stuff too, is just kind of to like counter the work stuff, the day-to-day work stuff, and do something I think. Oh my god, I get him. I don't know. I get him a couple. He's usually not this bad. I think it's just because I've been pretty busy lately that he's just been kind of chewing on it more, um, rather than me throwing it. Herman, but I don't know. Every like some will go for like over a week. The one from yesterday was like 2 days or maybe a day even. That thing died quick. But I was also gonna do some maybe a little bit of turns today. I don't know. I'll see what I can get um rolling. How you doing today? Still kind of warm in my apartment. Even though it's been, like in the 50s here. I think I'm gonna do this guy right now. I'll do Walter Fink. But I want to size him up because when I kind of put him in there, that was more for like the composition. Walter Fink has to be a little taller than Rampant. Oh, good. It's almost Friday, huh? I got to do some cleaning around here over the weekend. I've been putting that off too. I did like a little bit of vacuuming and stuff yesterday, but that's about it this week. We'll kill that for now. I'm gonna make a copy of this so she could be she could be sized up to the other ones. I don't think she's that tall. Probably something like this. Actually, I should make it a little bit smaller. Head maybe a little bit bigger. Just to kind of match the rest of the characters. I think this is like I was just thinking about this earlier about how much like drawing and stuff is about like line relationships essentially, you know. And then if you want to draw something and say I want to draw it kind of freehand, but I want to take a look, I sit here and I'd say like, okay, I'm going to start with the top of her head. Now I'm going to take a look at this top of the head and then this line right here, and I'm going to see what kind of shape that creates and try to, you know, rather than just kind of looking at it as hair, you know. And I think it's, you know, I want to do more of this. More of my stuff is a little too like, I try to be too close to what it is, right? I try to match it up, you know, using lines and all that other stuff. But sometimes I just want to see if I can freehand it, you know. Especially like this is a character I've only drawn, you know, just here, just once. And I already see like the glasses are kind of weird. See, I got to start paying attention to stuff like this. And then it'll create the thickness, you know, same with this. Like if I wanted to kind of get those curves down. Yeah, it's already off as you could see because I think this is pointed this way and this line is a little bit more this way. But you know, I think that's a good way to just kind of sit there and approximate, and that way it doesn't get too stale. Because sometimes like matching it one for one, it just gets too just lifeless and dull, you know. Yeah, see, this is already off, but I'm not really paying attention. Yeesh. I get better at it. I'll try it again. But I'm gonna. What was that? What's her name again? Herman. See, he's chewing on his ball right now. He's like picking away at it. Bring it here so I can throw it. Bring it. Come on. Herman? Nah, he doesn't want to. He's obsessed with those. Uh, yeah, so she's the tallest one of the bunch. She's probably like the leader of it, even though like the whole crew is named after Rampant. He's kind of like I don't know the brains in the back, but she's like the leader. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go, which is fun. It's like you kind of need that. It's like very cathartic. And oh wait, so let's see. What are we doing here? We gotta group these. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna so he's blue, right? Okay, let's see. Make her. I'll make Rampant. Rampant needs to be red. So she could be like purple, violet. She could be. She'll stay black. Fuck it. Let's move these out of here to make it a little bit easier for myself. Okay. So this would be the lineup for our fictional group. I don't know if it's a group of superheroes. It might be a band, maybe. Maybe something a little bit of both. Yeah, because he's a rapper. So I think it's just kind of, I don't know if it's a band exactly. Maybe they're each individual like artists that kind of come together. So let's go with Walter. Hey, buddy. So let me see here. Been using kind of crazy to try to stay consistent with all these brushes that are available with Photoshop and such. Gotta remember, like, especially if you tweak any brushes or whatever, you kind of have to remember that's what the one that you're using. Or something like this. It's kind of generic. Okay, there we go. I'm not even playing my music. That's what I was gonna do. Keep forgetting where my thing is. My mouse. There we go. Alright, so it's on shuffle. Oh, no, that's not the right playlist. Here we go. That was a different playlist. Alright, we'll start there, and then it's gonna go on. I'm throwing it on shuffle after this, so I'm about to like get into this for a minute. Boys good? Alright. Got 4 fingers, okay. I need to like try to get back on. Actually, this is gonna be another rough. This isn't the line. I need to clean this up a little bit and figure some things out first. Because I think this should go. Also, I ate a bunch of edibles, so hopefully it'll help me like ease up a bit and just have some, not get too uptight with the drawing and just kind of just run with it a little bit instead of like everything having to be perfect. And I just want it to look fun, but it's easy to get caught up in trying to be. I think that's the hard thing about drawing professionally is the fact that not so much is because it's obvious that you have to do it in a professional way. Like, things have to line up, things have to match. You need consistency of stuff. But, you know, I think if like definitely in my case, it's like I didn't for many years like kind of take time to kind of do more personal work and just kind of break out of that, just so it doesn't, and a lot of my work was kind of getting too like boring and flat and rigid, there's like no personality to it. Um, or I found myself having trouble like just even doing some poses, That's why like I'm doing this right now. It's just, these are very basic and boring poses, but again, I feel like maybe, just kind of getting in with them quirky characters and such, uh, at least kind of start breaking that like that whole like rigidity and you know and focus on on pure you know um scale and everything having to be super clean. Kind of when I like painting, painting is a little messier and it's a little less I mean, the thing about Photoshop is it's like a black hole for that kind of stuff, because you can perfect it, because you can like do a line like 8 times and you can, well, when I was doing comics on paper, it's like you can't control Z ink, it's like you lay it down, you lay it down. And this, it's just, I can actually erase pen lines like it was pencil. And that's awesome. Like, I love it, and that's why I've almost just pretty much given up. I haven't really done many like physical pieces in a long time, at least like maybe 2 or 3 years. And that was just little bits here and there. That wasn't even much that I did. So I don't really have a desire to go back to it. This is it. Like you're looking at it. Like I work here. It used to be in a cubicle though. And then obviously, well, I was working at home for about a year. My last in studio job was at DreamWorks at Captain Underpants, and I'm working for DreamWorks now actually. Um, but it's just here, you know, But I finish at 7, so I have like a little bit of I have a little bit of I have a half hour to kind of get things over. I ran out to get some, snacks and stuff really quick. Um, but yeah, this is it, and I love it, to be honest. And it's like I know like some places are trying to get people back in office, but after COVID, yeah, I have meeting, but not even in person. It's all over Zoom. Like I've not been to an in-person meeting since late like 2019. I did hang out with my crew like around the holidays. We had like a little dinner, so that was fun. But I haven't had a working car since 2020. My car is still in my parking spot. And it's like every time I was about to get it fixed, I was like, I'm like, well, before it's just like, still everything was still kind of locked down, everything was closed. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'll get it fixed later. And then it was just like a crazy thing. So, yeah, I better get on that. Um, but I live in a neighborhood that my grocery store is like up the street, so it's kind of just been like, well, I'm doing fine on foot right now. But no, like my last job was in like last year I didn't work for any studios. It was all just kind of little freelance jobs here and there. It was pretty tough actually. Um, but before this in 2020 I was working for Titmouse Studios on a show called Bless the Hearts that was on Fox. That was fun. But the thing is like the problem is like you never know if these things are going to go another season. So, there's a few shows where I'm like, oh, this is gonna be it. Like, they're gonna pick us up for sure, and then there's like nothing. It's like, oh shit, like, so it's kind of tricky. But I've been on this cruise since last May. My favorite? I don't know. They're all, I mean, you know, the one I'm working on now is pretty awesome. It's new, and I can't talk about it until they announce it, but it's really cool and it's really fun. It's different. But like in the past, like Captain Underpants was fun because I did the show, I did the like the little comic books that are inside there. So I drew those, and those were really fun, and they kind of just let me do whatever I wanted with that, with those, you know. But I also did for them like props, and let me see. I think I have them up. They might be on my. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Here we go. There's some of the stuff here. But like I would do some character designs. This is Herman right here. So this is like right after. I mean, he might have been like 8, 9 months when I did this. Oh, awesome! Yeah, Captain Underpants is funny. It's all on Netflix. But yeah, Herman. He was just a little puppy. These are the comic books that I'm telling you about. Like, um, and actually, as the seasons went on, I kind of like was starting to get like a cool like style with it. That wasn't just like, oh, just draw like a kid. But I would do things like this as well. This is like, these little cards um for some of the scenes, I think uh it's the third or fourth episode, I think. It's the Fanny Fabulous. It was our pilot, so this is the first episode that we worked on. And I started there too, in pre-episodic development too. So like the first like maybe 6 months or so was just us like trying to come up with different looks and ideas and such. And then once we get into episode, that's when you're like, okay, we work on, we get our assignments for each episode as they come. Same with this too. Like these were like these little characters were kind of on separate layers, so they were able to just kind of move them a little bit. Um, as a character turn, this was like one of the first ones I did, I believe. So this was fun too. So I do like little props and stuff. It was, the thing is like my role at DreamWorks for this was a viz dev artist. So that's visual development. And so I wasn't like quite a character designer or a background painter or prop designer or anything like that. And so with these character designs, I try to stick close to like the book version, the Pilkey stuff. So I was pretty happy with these. And same with these aliens. Like these aliens, I kind of pretty much swiped out of um, the Pilkey books. And then was it? Oh, it was a Chupacabra. You know, this was a fun episode too because there was like clay involved. Like there was actual stop motion, and I designed some of the clay. Like they actually modeled these into little clay animated things. So that was pretty cool. That's pretty fun. And it was just like each stage was kind of like the budget was getting less, and then the budget was getting less. So like it was like a little in joke. So yep, and that's. But that was super fun. I also love Turtles because Turtles, I got to do. This was like way out of my league and way out of my zone. I didn't know how to design for 3D or CG. So this was like this was like my first like real job in LA, and I started in 2011. So it was actually like my second, but it was my first like full time like assigned. Before it was just kind of like I was working at a studio, and it was just kind of like they'd be like, oh, your end date is in 2 months, but then they would extend me like another month or two or put me on another project until finally they had to let me go. But it was like the timing was perfect because on my last day at that studio, like they were having like this little barbecue. I forgot what happened, like some show. It might have been like some show debut or something, but um they were handing us drinks and they were barbecuing in the parking lot. It was like right in Hollywood, right across the street from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. So it was like really close to like um it was Vine. It was like Hollywood and Vine. right? So like pretty much from like Vine to Highland is where you're gonna get the Walk of Fame, and so it's like right there at the start of the Walk of Fame. Hi Lulu, thank you. Um, and where was I going? So the same day that was my last day at the studio, I got the call that I got the job on Turtles, and then it was I had maybe like a few weeks in between, but that was pretty awesome. And so like, I'd have to like I don't know, it's pushing myself a lot. And then right here, I can't really zoom in on that, but even this stuff, like I don't know anything about like space and tech stuff, so like I was like winging it. This is Casey Jones, and this is Chompy Picasso. So these are my different ideas, like the different concepts I had for the design. This was just a joke. I used to throw in like little jokes for the guys, but they settled on this one here, and then that's the turn. I don't No, I don't have the final version on here. This is Ice Cream Kitty. It's a favorite. Muckman. This was a beast. This is like it took me like 2 months I think to design. It was a lot of layers, a lot of work. Um, this one was hard too, especially doing this top of the hair stuff. But where I feel more comfortable in is doing stuff like this. Like I don't really, that detail stuff. I like doing like rendering, and I like doing stuff that's a little, fancier. But as far as like shapes and types of characters and subject matter, like this is it for me. This is where I thrive. Um, these I did last year, and I'm jumping back into it. So that's why I had Gabby open, so it could do the turn. That's one thing I never really did a whole lot for myself is turns. I don't have any turns or many at all. I might have partial turns for characters, but that's it. Like all the turns I do are for other studios. Even before I came to LA, like I only maybe turned a character once or twice for some products. That was about it. The 11, 12 years that I worked before I came to LA. I'll bring this down too. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do this feeder off. Let me let's see. Oh shoot, wrong file. There we go. That's better. And see, at work I do this. I use this a lot. This is like you're always doing this, and you're always doing this, and you're always doing this, and measuring everything. This guy does have a name. His name is Walter Fing. Walter Fing, aka the Flying Fing. And I'll do this really quick. Make sure. That's not what I want. Here we'll go this one. Oops. Let's go 18. All right. Jeez, again? Oh, it's the wrong crap. See, I hate using fonts. Oh no. Okay. Photoshop's been acting funny too, so how about this? Let's do this. Okay, thank you. That's perfect. Hmm. What is happening here? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Photoshop is being super slow. Okay. There we go. Come on, man. Okay. Oh, see? All right, let's see if it'll let me do it one at a time, please. This is very strange. There we go. And it doesn't need a 2 after it. All right. No, Photoshop is it's a subscription base, but it's not web based. It's all you got to download it locally. Um, but I don't. You know what? I might actually like if you give me 1 second. I'm gonna actually restart Photoshop because it might just be because I was using it all day that it's just because it shouldn't be happening on this. So yeah, just give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got Photoshop restarted. Hopefully, it won't be as picky right now. So yeah, thanks for thanks for asking what his name was because now I have the idea. I'm like, hey, I'll just put it right here and like people can know. So, um, let's see. Walter Fing, aka the Flying Fing. Maybe he's a guitarist or something. I don't know. And I think he should have arms, but I don't know. Maybe they don't show all the time. Um, maybe he's got them behind his back. I don't know. I'll figure that part out later. I just like how this looks right now. So maybe just for this drawing, he'll just have his arms like obscured somehow. Not obscured, but just completely missing. And his hair's kind of like Rampant's too, only it's fingers. Thanks again for that order, Melanie. I hope it's good. I hope it turns out right. I haven't tested. I haven't gotten any for myself yet. That was just it was like a first time thing. I've never dealt with that with those companies before. So I'm actually gonna put in an order myself. Um, just because why not? Okay, wait. See, this shape's not doing it for me right now. There we go. That's better. Kind of want like a awesome. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if it sucks, then I'll stop using them. I'll be like, nope, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, but I think for his finger, we could do something better. Or for his little one. This is him. Okay, something like that. It's like a really tiny pinky. It could be just a little bit bigger. Even though it's funny, it's still kind of, I still kind of want it to work a little bit more. Or maybe, yeah, he should just have rampant hoodie, like arms. There we go. I think that works. I can even just simplify that right there. It's just like, okay, no. Maybe something like that. There we go. I like that because it makes him a little, uh, like, wonkier, I guess. Like he's maybe a little, um, like he's pretty thin and wonky and awkward. Yeah, yeah. I mean they offer a lot of more stuff. Like I didn't really get into it too deep. I'm just trying, I was just trying to just get some stuff up just to see how it would look. But yeah, I want to do hoodies. I think I put some more stuff up actually during my break. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, there we go. Um, so I put this cap up. So I don't know. I'm gonna order one for myself for sure. Um, and then this shirt too, which this is for something else, which I'll go into at some other point in time. But for the time being, yeah, this will be up there. I mean, this is all ready to go. Then I got these shirt, and then I got this one, and then I'm gonna do some more stuff with like this, and then yeah, I'll put Rampant on a like a just nice front and center, like maybe like right here. Cool. All right. Should I go to color with him, or Let's go to line. Like, let's do real line. This isn't a line. This is another rough. Mm. But yeah, I love working from home. Yeah, or like this. Yeah, like those like the Wile E. Coyote and Bugs Bunny crisscross era. I think like I don't, and this was like years ago, but I remember a friend of mine telling me like in other countries, like Japan for sure, were like buying up like any old like cross colors or any of that type of like 90s stuff. Hypercolor. I think I had a hypercolor shirt once. I want to do one of the more like that'd be kind of cool to do like more of an all over print shirt with like just a really big character. Like maybe off center or something. I don't know. I want to play around with it. I think I'm just gonna put a bunch of stuff up. There'd be like tons of options for everybody. Actually, sorry, I'm burpy. Excuse me. All right, we'll call that. We're gonna call this. Let's see. That works. Let me see. Yeah, let me give him a little more space too. They need one more character in this group too. I'll find another one and get 5. Or maybe 4 is good. I don't know. I'll start writing stories. He'll appear in Gabby. Buddy, Herman. Herman, get down. These guys, man, they're such protectors of the house. What are you doing, buddy? Who you chasing off, dude? Here we go. They don't creep. It's nice having more room to draw sometimes. This is 90% of my time too. Just like, nope, nope, nope. I don't like it. Nope, nope. There we go. I could clean it up a little bit later. I don't, whatever. Yeah, okay, I'll just keep going. Let's keep going. Keep it moving. Because I don't want it to be a clean circle. I like this. I'm trying to match this shape here. Right? Sometimes like repeating. That's why I want to do a little less like rough drawing and sketch drawing and kind of do a little bit more of it in this stage, because then I'm not too like worried about trying to stick to, but I already figured out that shape and I want to keep it. I'll fix it later. I want to make sure this is the right thickness too. No. Okay. Really? Not 15? Okay, no, maybe it is 15. All right. It should be. Okay, there we go. This is something that's really cool, being able to rotate brushes. Do something like that. Nice and chunky. Hmm. Okay, I'll accept that. I will accept that. Let me see. I'm just gonna make weird faces. So what I'm drawing on is called a Cintiq. Here I'll show you really quick. I've had this one since 2013. I used to have I still have it actually. It's in my closet, but I used to have, like before I moved out here, like a small like 13-inch one, and this one's 24 inches. Um, so this is what I'm drawing on. But it's kind of like I'm trying to justify getting a bigger one because they're thinner, but I heard they're not as good. But I don't have a touch one. I didn't trust the touch thing on it, so I just have like a regular one. It's pretty much that and 2 monitors. So, but I also work on my iPad too, and I'm actually gonna because I could stream from there. So I'm like, I like to get out of the house sometimes and either get something to eat, get something to drink somewhere, and then just kind of, get some work, get some ideas down. So I think maybe a couple of these will be done like out in the field. But they're kind of limited in how oh, and I don't know how the stream would work too if it's not on Wi-Fi too. So I don't know. I'll give it a shot. It might be fun. But I just like to take my iPod or my iPad out and I do some, you know, a lot of my stuff I used to do in notebooks, like a lot of my sketches and ideas, I do it on this thing here. It's the iPad. I keep saying iPod. Um, let me show you. Not that. So this is basically like how I sketch. Now, not gonna show very well, but I do it all on my iPad, and I got this little thing, jot it down, and then I can just send it to my computer, and then I just finish it off. Like these characters are started in on an iPad, and then I transfer them to my computer at home, my desktop, and just finish them here. And I go back forth. What's up? Uh-oh. Okay. Look at that. Not a ball anymore, dude. I will say that like drawing itself is better on the iPad because in Photoshop it's kind of hard to draw like from a distance like that, and so I'm always like up close all the time. Whereas I don't really have that problem with the iPad. Like their lines kind of come out pretty smooth. Usually if I go too far out on these, they'll come out like a little, if I try to sketch. It seems it's gotten better than it used to be. but it was always difficult to really draw from a distance. So I kind of got used to doing that on the iPad because I just like that better. But my PC is a lot more powerful than my iPad. So I usually do that for more like finishes if I want to do colors, textures, um, design. Designing on this. I use a PC. Uh, yeah, I use a PC for now. I've been trying to switch to Mac, but I have a MacBook. Um, but I've been trying to switch over, just like it's just never get a chance to. I actually built this one. I built this PC last year in like April of 2021 and like souped it up. Um, and well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, but it's pretty awesome. Like it's beefy. You know, um, like doing like text and design stuff is definitely easier on this for sure. And then being able to multitask too is a lot easier. So if I'm putting stuff together, I can get through files and stuff quicker. But um, I love drawing on the iPad. I didn't imagine that I would, but it's awesome. And and I've had mine for like 4 years now, and it's still like really good. Oh yeah, that's awesome. What kind did you build? Like I finally switched off of Intel and switched over to what's it called, AMD, and I'm liking it. Oh nice, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was gonna play today, but I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. I'm actually kind of getting into drawing, and then after this, I got to get back to work and finish some stuff up. Okay, Intel i9. Yeah, I had I think an i5 or an i7 or something, but I wanted to upgrade, but the motherboard itself, it's like okay, um, like it wasn't supporting new RAM. It was kind of just an older motherboard, and I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna go that route, I'm just gonna start from scratch, and I got a Threadripper, and I'm digging it. I like it so far. But I still want to switch to Mac just because of the. Well, I don't know if I do anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out. iOS has been kind of pissing me off, so I might forego the Mac thing. I don't know, but I like it just because of the way that I could just share files and just jump back and forth a little easier. Oh man, let me redo those. But I mean, I'm pretty astonished by what can be done on an iPad. Uh, I use a program called Clip Studio on there, and that's like the closest I've come to Photoshop on the iPad. Like it's pretty close. So I can actually work on like real files there and not have to like Procreate. You kind of have to export, import, do all this other stuff. Um, and they only have like a certain amount of layers that you can work with. Oh, nice. Yeah, Macs are expensive. Like that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get one, but for like the equivalent to build one, it was so much cheaper, right? And actually, this is more powerful. I keep pushing it. This one's more powerful than like the most powerful Mac, and it's like you know I reused some parts from my last computer, and Yeah, it's like okay, and then like they're a pain to upgrade because you can't just buy a new hard drive or buy a new RAM and what is an S Pen? That's for the Samsung, like the Galaxy? Yeah, maybe I should just like just get off of Apple entirely and just go back to PC because I've always used PC. Okay, okay. I've always used PC until like a few years ago. But I mean, it's basically like I didn't even have Apple phone until like 3, 4 years ago. It wasn't until I got it myself. The only thing I had was an iPod, and that's why I keep saying iPod. But that's the only thing I had, and then I got an iPad, and I was like, oh shit, I really liked it. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. I think works better. Maybe I can do something fun with this shape. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, the thing is like I got this iPhone 11 and it's just been melting down on me. I'm like, oh man, like something's wrong with the battery and the Apple Care is up on it. So I was like, okay, whatever. Might be time for a new one. But I don't want to just get a new phone and like, I don't know. Feel like if it could be fixed, it should be fixed or something, instead of just like, I don't know, what are they gonna do with the phone? Like trash it? Should just get this one fixed until it's like dead, dead. Or until they stop updating it. Let's see. Okay, I want to do another line. Where we at? It's 8:30. Yeah. I had a Samsung for a while. Um, yeah, this is all Bloodshot. Yeah, yeah, I think it's probably ready for color actually. Yeah, let me start that. Yep, cool. But I had Samsung for a while. I was like, I had maybe a couple Galaxies, I think. I even had that Galaxy that had the rounded edge on it on one side, and that thing like, um, I was in a car. I was like, I was parking a car, and it kind of fell off the console bit onto the floor, and it was like nothing on the floor. It was just the carpet of the car, and that thing fucking cracked. It's the first time in my life I'd ever cracked a phone, and the second time is this phone that I have now. But that happened after the battery started blowing out or whatever. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he's not gonna be like super super bloodshot, but if he's high, then he's not stressed, or maybe both. Yeah. Fuck it. Well, I don't know like what age this is for, so but he should be the stoner of the group with his like he's like Shaggy or something. But see, the other thing is like maybe I should make him like maybe I should make the eyeball just a different color just to kind of maybe make it stand out. Be something a little unexpected. I don't know. Like maybe his fingers can be blue. They're a diverse bunch. This is like a little game. I'm like trying to stay in the lines. When they first came out with these Cintiqs, like my first thing is like that would be awesome to do this little lasso on screen and instead of like off to the side because I had a tablet before and so it would my pen would be like off to the side as I'm coloring and stuff. And when they started coming out with these, I was like, oh my god, that'd be awesome. Just I mean just for coloring because I can now color like this. Before Cintiq, I never drew on it. All I was doing was coloring on computers, right? And like, finishing pieces. But um I was doing all the artwork on paper. And then basically like 2008 when I bought my first Cintiq, and it was a small one, but I pretty much almost gave up on drawing paper. And then like, I don't know, the last like, I don't know how many years, it's like 90% of my work was digital. And now it's like, lately it's like 100% of my work is digital now because I'm doing all my sketches on my iPad, bringing it over here. But it's awesome because like I'm not carrying a backpack full of sketchbooks and notebooks and paper and pencils and markers and all this shit. Like my backpack was like gigantic, dude. It was like I basically carrying a crate of records on my back, but it was all just art supplies and notebooks and story shit. And now it's like, you know, it's this. I got a tiny little backpack, and the only thing that comes with me is that, and maybe some gum or whatever, and some, joints or something, and then that's it. And it's wonderful, just like, and I've done this before. It's just like I'll sit there and I'll go to the movies, go watch a movie, and then hit a bar afterwards, like just up the street, bust out my iPad and just get some work done. Come home and just chill, or pick it back up on the desktop. Nope. Nope. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, this is essentially what I do all day, which is awesome. To be able to do that. I never thought I'd be able to do it. Like when I was in high school and stuff, I'm like, all right, and now I'm like doing it for fun and for work. Uh, nope. Wait, we'll see. I'm thinking of switching that to pink instead of blue because I'm thinking about giving them blue fingers. But I'm just going to test this out anyways. Yeah, and these are pretty old, old ideas too, because like a lot of these are from like my old like post-it notes. Let me right. So these are just stuff that I would just kind of jot down whenever, just for the fuck of it. And then uh-uh. I thought I did another drawing with this guy. I don't know, but maybe not. And then this is kind of like a little, and then this is rampant. Oh no, that's not. So I'm gonna kill that one. Oh, here we go. And so he's pretty much like 1-to-1. Okay. Oh, you should have nail polish on too. That'd be dope. Or like different colors or whatever. Maybe that's his thing. It's just like it's different. It's a different like color or pattern. Like if you were to do like a little bit more like actually no, this would look better here. But I don't know. I'll mess with it. Oops. Photoshop, come on. Oh no, that's right. We're doing it on a new layer. Sorry, I was thinking I was on the previous layer again. I just get my layers mixed up still. You know what I think would be better is maybe like hang on, I gotta rescue Herman's ball. You got it? What's the matter, bud? Where are you at? Where are you at? Uh-oh. 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 There you go. You got a happy Herman. You got a happy Herman. Come here, bud. Oh, my bubba. Holy shit. Look at that. He skinned it. Oh, that's right. What I need to do is this instead. There we go. Okay. I think he's bored. I've just been working a lot, and it's been raining a lot outside, so we haven't really been outside as much outside just to go to bathroom and stuff. So
I think he's just kind of like waiting for me to get back to hang out with him. So like the only thing like doing is just like if I'm not like working, I'm just kind of just like laid out in bed. But hopefully it stops like getting so shitty outside and they can go to the park. I live across the street from a park, and so it's nice to get them out there. But I'm sure it's like crazy muddy. No, 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 no. All right. I'll go regular for now, and then I can just mess around later. Yeah. Don't want to go that. Oh, it's maybe there a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, because he's usually not doing this to them. Like, definitely not this frequently. They usually last a whole lot longer. Oh, sure did. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't given them anything yet, but I mean, they've been pretty chill since I've been working from home. It was pretty bad, like when I would, have to leave them for, 8 to 10 hours a day because I was working. So, at least, uh, they're not. Hey, dude, don't do that. Okay, there you go. But yeah, I just need to get them out and running again. I need to do the same for myself. Mm, bring it out a little bit. Cool. I think this one needs a thing too. Oh yeah, yeah. They just have to have attention at all times. They're so funny. They crack me up. So I want to do. Okay, yeah, we could do that. I'll go a little lighter than this. I think maybe about that. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. This works. Actually, yeah. You know what? I could just erase it if I go over the lines. It's like a weird shaped brush. It's like pretty flat. So I just want to get this like just some kind of cool texture to it a little bit. I can just clean it up afterwards. because erasing is an option. I use the eraser all the time and not just for mistakes. Sometimes, like with this eraser here, I could just go, yeah, I could do a nice little clean up over here, little fade. Yeah, Spanky's not as much of an attention like fiend as Herman, but he's got his moments. He's pretty chill inside. It's when he gets outside is when he's just like ready for the world, you know. He's ready to take on the world, to be honest. Like he leaves the the door growling, ready to pick a fight. They're both part Chihuahua though, so kind of in their blood. Yep, cool. Yeah, I think like right after this, I am going to eat and get back to work. Kind of make up for the slog I had earlier. Actually, I was trying to I was drinking coffee, but like, I don't know, the coffee wasn't doing it for me today. So I actually just ran out and got like an energy drink too to kind of pick me up. So I usually trying to avoid like drinking caffeine like this late in the night, in the evening, but I don't know, I felt like I needed that push. That's probably why I'm getting some stuff actually done. No kidding, because like um that extra like pick me up from the oh nope. I don't know. I'm gonna go kind of basic for now and then just kind of I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. It's there. I'll deal with it once I figure out what I'm doing with the rest. Sometimes like making decisions on colors can be like decisions on fonts, and the thing is like about color, just like sometimes you have to go through X amount of steps to kind of figure out that it doesn't work, and you're just like, all right, well then what? You know, because it's like, well, what if I tried to make his pants a different color? What if I try to make his thing a different, you know? Like I still don't know how I feel about this whole thing right now. Because when I was thinking about it before, I was thinking of almost like making them pink, like the hands. Let's see, much lighter than that. That's kind of cool too, but I don't know. Not that. I don't, because I also want them to read his fingers. Those are like literal fingers right there, almost about there. That's almost thinking about like making them super light. Like he's a super white kid, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna make him. I think the blue definitely works better. Maybe the nail polish color could be different, but I gotta get his eye too. Shit, I didn't even. I mean, I already know how I'm gonna. You know what we're gonna do? Okay. Trying to figure out how I want to do it. Okay, I think we'll just do it like this. I do want to use, actually, maybe even this one. I want to give it like a cool. I like doing this with like. Okay, there we go. I want to go like this. I kind of want to go, but I like doing this almost like a gradual thing where I'm just maybe I should make this a little smaller. It's kind of almost like a hatching, but it's like an overlapped hatching. So it's kind of halfway between a hatch and like a sketchbook like sketch. So kind of like that. because there's just a little bit of randomness in it still, but it's still a pattern, you know. And then I'll cover it. Yeah, I'll just go wider. This is pretty meditative right here sometimes, like just getting into a little hatch mode, doing a little bit of shading. Just kind of get a little lost in it. But coloring in general, I kind of feel, I mean, as long as there's no rush on it, like if you don't have a deadline, then coloring is pretty thick, like just, um, it's kind of mellow, you know, just kind of calm down and just space out a bit. Whereas like drawing is like a lot more thought and, you know, I want to do another one. Okay, no, I remember what I want to do with this. Okay. I just want to make sure it's covered too. All right. So I'm going to duplicate that layer. I'm going to mask it. And so on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and just erase the outside of it. I only discovered mask like maybe about 10 years ago. Actually, with my first Captain Underpants book. Like my art director was like, just use mask and just, you know, do this and make it a clipping mask. I'm like, and that fucking shit changed my life. Because it's like, I don't like doing a whole lot of the non-destructive stuff. I work pretty destructively just because I'm just how I'm used to. I'd rather like I just copy layers and then I'll go ahead and erase. Um, that needs to be a little bit lighter because I wanna put another layer like another like okay. Start there and yeah. I'm gonna multiply this one too. But yeah, like clipping masks have been cool because I've been able to do some pretty interesting things with it. I think that, and I mean they've been time savers as well because it's just like okay, I'm just gonna mask it off and then I'll fuck around. I mean, but okay, so it allows me to experiment a little bit more because I can always just kind of, um, you know, go back into that mask and make the changes and you know not, especially when I'm working with like textures and stuff, it gets a little trickier, you know. But I love this like marker look lately. That's kind of been what I'm all about. Actually, we can go through this because we're just gonna color over it. Let's just go, yeah, let's just go straight black there. Oop, oop, come on. Nope. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. That's the right brush. Okay. Actually, no. Let's go this one so it matches the outline. And again, I kind of want to, like, one thing I kind of like to do too, coloring, is like I'll do something like this. And I usually do it like start it a little, no, maybe this is fine. Start a little broader with the brush. And then just kind of, as I shrink down, like, um, you know, I up the opacity sometimes, or I just, since it's already at 100, I'm just, oh, Herman's crying. Dang. Hang on, give me a second. I have my headphones in, and I only got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is awesome. Like, Again, I was kind of thinking about skipping today earlier. I was just like, I'm tired. I was kind of dragging. And what are you, buddy? But no, like I said, I'm like, I'll just get a Red Bull. I'll power through it. But I think I'm gonna. I mean, there will be days when I'm not gonna be able to do this. I might have plans for dinner or something. So, hopefully on those days I can start getting up early again and maybe do this from 7:30 to 9 in the morning, like I was thinking of. It's just I have a hard time. Although I was awake. Well, I was awake for it this morning, but I had things that I had to do. So, unfortunately, streaming could not have been done. But and then I might try to do some like maybe some longer streams on the weekends when I can. It won't happen this weekend. I got stuff I gotta do, but maybe next weekend or maybe like Sunday. Maybe on one of the days. Maybe Sunday I could do, like a 4 or 5 hour stream. I mean I've gone for a while on some of this stuff, so depending on what I have going on. I do gotta work on portfolio stuff too, shit. So maybe not this weekend. It might not be the wisest decision for me to do that. Um, I don't know. We'll see. But if not, maybe the following weekend I can just do, just a straight up like long stream. But I mean, we got some color. Let me throw in some shadow really quick while we're here before I forget. Let's do it on this layer for now. Uh-oh. Nope, not there. There. Let's get like some shadow down really quick. In the next like 3 minutes. I'm trying to get him a little more comfortable too with just kind of throwing things down like right away and then just dealing with, um, dealing with all the cleanup and stuff after, you know, instead of having to try to, instead of trying to get it right before moving on, like I normally try to do. Uh-oh, no. Hang on, Herman. Let me finish this stream and then I'll be over there to give you a hand. And I need to eat. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat right now. All right, so we kind of have another character on the books, kinda. Well, I mean, I don't think any of these are finished, to be honest. But they're pretty close. I got like the basics down. Now it's just kind of detail stuff, just cleaning up, especially these colors. Then if I need to do more pencil lines or whatever, then I could do that. Because again, this is Photoshop, and Photoshop you don't have to work in any particular order. Um, Hang on, Herman. I'll be there in a minute. Just give me 1 minute, my friend. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll get it. I'll get it. Where are you, bud? Oh. We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. But okay, I guess this is a good enough place to stop. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out. It's good talking to you again. It depends on what I'm working on. Sometimes I'm constantly tweaking. It depends on what it is. But there's some stuff where I'm like, okay, this is good enough to leave. Um, these aren't there, but I think they're fun for now. We got three guys, three peoples here, and then hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll get a fourth. This one's more complicated, so I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but we'll see. This might be a two-parter for Beatrice, big Blizz. But I hope you have a good night. I hope you had fun watching some characters, and I will talk to you later. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.